Welcome to Subramani. If you are maintaining your own portfolio, I mean equity portfolio, or it could even be a mutual fund portfolio, you should be looking at it at least annually to see what is happening with it. So what are the things that you would look at it, because a little bit of maintenance can be very helpful. It's like a car or an air conditioner, right? You use it, but once in a while a little bit of maintenance can be really useful. So what all will you look at it? So you will definitely be seeing how much of risk is there in your portfolio. You will want to know whether you are on target. Want to know whether you are meeting inflation. You want to know whether your net worth has increased compared to last year, adjusted to inflation, not just your income, right? Then looking at some major changes review. If you and your wife were both to be admitted in hospital with COVID, how will your children cope up with, or whom will they contact, what will they do? Could be anything like that, right? And then you also will see whether the advisor is adding value or not adding a value, or there is a reason for what he is doing, right? You will do all this. Is it very difficult to do? The answer is no, it is not really very difficult to do once you know how to do it. Is it necessary to do? Well, it is preferable. Now, suppose your target is 3 crores for retirement and you are currently at 22 crores. It doesn't really matter. You're so well covered that it won't matter as to whether you do this exercise or not do this exercise. However, even then, doing this exercise helps to know how much is the excess that you have, so that in case you want to give it off to charity or build a temple and you want to commit money or whatever be the thing, build a school, build a hospital, help some few people in hospital, anything that you want to do, you will at least know how much you can do comfortably without hurting your own portfolio, which is needed for your day-to-day living, or for your children, or for your spouse, whoever, right? So first let us look at what is the risk control. What is the risk control? Risk control is first, what is the biggest risk? The biggest risk is being reduced to zero, right? Your portfolio is completely wiped out, you go to zero. Has it happened in the past? Yes, it has happened in the past. 1947, partition, was a time when people went from few crores to zero. They could not touch their land, they could not bring it. Their gold and silver got looted, the women got raped, and the men were left to fend for themselves. And they came to India completely penniless, broken, shattered, no family, nothing. So this can happen. It is not impossible, but it is not something for which you really know how to prepare. The other worry is not having enough money to live for the future, right? You run out of money, then what happens? What happens if you run out of money at the age of 72 and you don't know how long you will live? You're 72 now and you've run out of money. What do you do then, right? And the third worry or fear or risk, as people say, is selling at a large loss. You had a big portfolio, it has gone down 30-40%, and you had put a large amount of your own money into equities, and only equities can go down that much, and it has gone down. Real estate is illiquid, it is not selling. Then what do? The fear of saying, oh my God, I will have to book a 30% loss or a 25% loss, that fear is greater than the actual loss, right? So then what do? These are the things that, so let us tackle it one by one. Being completely wiped out, you largely eliminate this by creating a portfolio which is say 60% or say 55-60% in equity, which has large cap, mid cap and small cap. Maybe it has some international funds, and then there is a debt, then there is gold, and there is perhaps some commodity mutual fund which invests in commodities. So if you've created a well diversified portfolio, maybe you have a house or two given on rent, maybe you have some bank fixed deposits, maybe you have some endowment plans or pension plans which are likely to mature and come back to you. So when you create a portfolio which is so wide and wide ranging, chances of getting wiped out because of economic reasons seem to be quite less. But don't discount the possibility that something like this could happen, right? Your building is razed to the ground, or you never know what could happen. So being prepared for that is yes, but it is not going to help you. There is nothing really meant to prepare for that. Is there a worry that you won't have enough money for living in the future? The answer is yes, because if you have listened to somebody who said you need 25 times your annual expenses and that's enough, that number may be wrong. Inflation may be much higher, investment returns could be much lower, right? Any of those things could happen. You were completely taken aback and shocked to see that you're spending about 1.5 lakhs per month on your parent, because your parent is bedridden and your parent does not have enough money to spend on his own, right? So you are spending that money. The question is, will all this eat into your capital and force you back into work? If you think there is some such fear, then you're better off going into the workforce now rather than trying to go in at the age of 70. You may be 62 now or 64, but at 72 or 74, chances of getting re-employment is very close to zero. So check that out. Selling at a large loss will happen if you do not know how to handle your emotions. And most of us can't handle our emotions because we do think that, oh, such a thing should not happen. So we will, but let us say you've just retired and you put all your money in equity markets, you put a big chunk, let's say 80% of your money you put into equity markets. Apart from that, you have a house and you have some PPF, etc. going. You've just initiated the investment for ultra short bond funds, etc. But there is a 30% fall in equity over a period of 1 year, right? What do you really do? You will panic. There is nothing which says you can't panic. And the problem is we have got a very bad learning from 2008, 2009 and 2020 that if the market goes down, it will come back. It's always a V-shaped recovery in the market. This is wrong. It is not always a V-shaped recovery, but you have to be ready for a V-shaped recovery, U-shaped recovery, or like inflation in US today, a K-shaped recovery, right? Be ready for everything like that, and that's what you can do. And that's about it. That covers risk to the best of my knowledge. So next we will take up is, are you on target for achieving your goals? Whatever your goals, if your goals are short-term goals and you wanted 7 lakhs to buy a car, or is it a long-term goal that you wanted 4.25 crores to achieve your retirement, whatever it be, are we getting closer to it? What return did we get? What is the benchmark return that we should watch, right? So that will tell you whether you're on target, how much is your equity fund doing. In fact, equity appraisal is far more difficult because you will remove equity exactly when you shouldn't be removing. When equity is doing very badly, chances are that you feel that you should be removing, but actually that is perhaps the best time to be buying, right? So it's very difficult to do a performance check on equity, direct equity at least. You don't even know why you built that portfolio. So justifying to somebody as to why you build that portfolio is going to be very difficult. Also, you will check whether the returns that you are getting are adjusting to inflation, right? So if inflation you see is about 7%, A, it is wrong. B, you have to see what is the inflation affecting your family, right? You have to see what is the inflation that you should have and then measure it versus what you are currently having. That can happen only when you note down all your expenses or pay always by credit card, and end of the year a summary can be found, right? So are you adjusting your net wealth and your income to inflation, right? That's a very important question to ask, and that you will know, because if you have entered your assets into a particular some website that gives you a return per folio, what you have got, per company, what you have got, etc. So that kind of a breakup is available. So maybe you do a very good performance appraisal of what is currently happening. Is it good value for money? If you were your customer, would you go to yourself for getting advice? If the answer is yes, that is good. If the answer is no, it's worth thinking whether you are in the right profession. Are you and your funds getting good value for money treatment? That's a good question to ask. And has the IFA tabulated what can be the what can be the changes that you will want to look for in while doing your risk control. Thank you.